Will the housing market ever start moving again? Realtors are feeling the pain right now and can't sell anything. When will we see a housing recession? Stay until the end of this video to find out why. And now, let's take a quick look at this realtor from Florida complaining about the current state of the housing market.
As a real estate agent in Florida, I'm going to tell you what I've been seeing lately. So, we're getting a ton of sellers who want to sell. Great, awesome clients, listings, but no, there's a catch because majority of these sellers want us to sell their property for a value it's not worth. The numbers don't lie, the comps don't lie. If you want to overprice your property and shoot yourself in the foot, that's one thing. But we're realizing that it's not even worth taking the listing. Who cares? We don't need the listings to show we get listings, because when we get a listing and we market, we're dumping at least $500 per property to get it going, get the photography, get the videography. It costs money to play. So if we're spending all this money, say we have 5 sellers who want to list their house all overpriced, 5 times 500 is $2,500 that more than likely the houses aren't going to sell. Like, let's be honest. The sellers aren't going to accept a low ball offer is what they call it, but realistically it's what the house is worth, but they're not going to accept it. So agents are spinning their wheels, dumping money into these properties to try and sell it when it's just a waste of time. It really is, and I hate to say it, but it's what's going on right now. So Florida, I don't know what state you guys are in, but I'm in Florida, and it's 100% a buyer's market right now. Sellers do not have the upper hand. You're lucky to get a couple showings right now, especially if you're overpriced. You're probably going to get none.
To all my viewers, I have a quick announcement. I'm a professional bookkeeper and the owner of a tax and accounting firm, so if your small business needs bookkeeping and accounting services, please click the link below for a free consultation. Now, let's get back to it. Being a real estate agent right now seems extremely frustrating. I have an article from the Wall Street Journal to share with you guys titled, New Real Estate Math, 500,000 more sellers than buyers. There are almost 500,000 more sellers than buyers in the U.S. housing market. High prices and mortgage rates above 6.5% are keeping buyers away, leading to slow sales and price declines in some areas. But some markets in the Northeast and Midwest still favor sellers. The inventory of homes for sale is finally rising. Buyers aren't interested. The U.S. housing market had nearly 500,000 more sellers than buyers in April, the biggest such gap on record, seasonally adjusted data going back to 2013, according to analysts by real estate brokerage Redfin. After years of frustration with fast rising prices and bidding wars, buyers now have the upper hand. In many parts of the country, more sellers are cutting prices or offering concessions such as paying for buyers or closing costs. A historic shortage of homes for sale is a big reason why the housing market has been stuck near its slowest pace sales in 3 decades. Buyers are frustrated with the lack of option, and desirable homes often spark bidding wars. Now supply is rising because sellers have experienced a life event that requires them to move, like job relocation or having a baby. Others have unloading investment properties because their costs are rising, or they're worried about home prices will fall and want to sell before that happens. The new listing haven't been enough to jolt the housing market out of its slumber. Existing home sales in April fell to the second consecutive month, notching slowest sales pace for any April since 2009. Many buyers are still priced out. Home prices are up more than 50% in the last 5 years, and mortgage rates are holding above 6.5%. Buyers are also feeling economic uncertainty, which tends to discourage major purchases like buying a home. The mismatch between buyers and sellers is a sign that home prices could decline slightly on a national basis later this year, said Chen Zhao, Redfin head of economic research. U.S. home prices rose 1.4% in May from a year earlier, according to Intercontinental Exchange, a slowdown from 2% annual growth in April. Prices fell from the prior May in 2024 of the 100 biggest metro areas, mostly across the Sun Belt. It doesn't feel like buyers' demand is going to come back that much, Zhao said. Prices are just too high. Active listings are still above 40%, below the typical pre-pandemic levels, but they rose in May to the highest level since 2019, according to Realtor.com. The biggest buyers market are in the Southeast and Southwest, where the inventory of homes for sale is above pre-pandemic level. The Miami metro area had almost 3 times as many sellers and the buyers in April. There will be more price reduction that are going on and more willingness to sell at a lower number, especially in the next couple of months, said Jeff, president of Equifine Property in Palm Beach Garden. We've definitely seen people have taken losses, but some markets in the Northeast and Midwest still have more buyers than sellers, with the New York, New Jersey titled and most sellers favor, according to Redfin. Home shoppers in many of those markets are still facing competition for properties. So in the next couple of months, we will see a lot more price cuts coming to market, which will hopefully bring the real estate market down. Sellers are extremely stubborn, so make sure you negotiate a deal going in. That's it for today, folks. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel and click on the link below for a free consultation for bookkeeping or accounting services for your small business. Thank you for tuning in and see you next time.